So we are on G.7, and so I'm going to use the IXLs to convert here because I think it might be easier than making a video. So we are going to be, the first section is N.3, comparing and converting customary measurements. So in this one, which is more, 5 pounds or 7 ounces? Well, the problem is that we don't have them in an equal measurement. So what we do is we come up here and you can type it straight into the top bar because that's the same thing as Google. We're going to convert pounds to ounces, which it says right here that there is 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So I'm going to get out this sheet here. So I have 5 pounds, and I think it's 77 ounces. And we know that 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 5 pounds here, and I need to make a bigger number because 1 pound and 16 ounces, the 16 is bigger. Therefore, this number has to get bigger. Well, my options for converting are only, and this is important, and this is worth a piece of candy. When we're converting units, the only options are multiplying or dividing. So you bring that in for candy. So I need to make a bigger number. Well, I'm going to multiply. This is also a section where you should absolutely use a calculator. So 5 times 16 gives me 80 ounces. So I know that 5 pounds is equal to 80 ounces. So which is bigger? The 5 pounds. Okay, so as a review, that's what we do, the same thing. So here we have 8 fluid ounces, and that's an important. Fluid ounces is different than ounces as a measurement, to quarts. So I'm going to convert fluid ounces to quarts. Now here's a problem. This is a decimal. So if you ever get in and you type it into a decimal, reverse your order. So convert quarts to fluid ounces. And that's equal to 32. So I go over here. I'm going to make a new sheet. So 1 quart is equal to 32 fluid ounces. So our problem says 8 fluid ounces or 1 quart. So this one's pretty easy. We know that 1 quart is equal to 32 fluid ounces. Well, we only have 8 here, so this number has to be bigger. So 1 quart. Okay, whoop, I hit my daily practice limit. So it's the same idea as everything that we're going to go on all these sections. Trying to remember my password here. Did it work? It did. Okay, so if we get a new problem here, which is more, 1/4 of a ton or 499 pounds, I want you to try this on your own and see how you do. So step 1, I have to convert tons to pounds. So 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. So 1/4 of a ton would be equal to 500 pounds, which would then be bigger than 499. Okay, and that's how all of this section will work. So it's just going to take a lot of practice. Now, if we mix customary measurements, this is actually easier because we know that gallons and quarts are going to convert easy. So the same thing as what I did before. I'm going to convert 5 gallons to quarts, and then I'm just going to add 1 quart to my answer. So I'm going to convert gallons to quarts. So 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. Therefore, 5 gallons is equal to 20 quarts. I add in my 1 here, and I get 21 quarts. That was right, it just didn't show me there. So here, same idea as what we've been doing. This is going to be my last example because I feel like you're probably getting bored by this time, if you're not always bored. So convert miles to yards, 1,760. So 6 miles, well, I need to make a bigger number. So I go 6 times 1,760. I think that was right. Yep. And I have to add 579, which gives me 11139. There we go. So this means cups, by the way, if you're looking. So all you do is you use Google to find your conversions, and then you go, now, this is also going to be worth a piece of candy and 5 minutes of game time. Make a conversion cheat sheet. Find all of the useful conversions that you use under these 2 sections and make a conversion cheat sheet. Okay. Still pretty short. If you have any questions, like always, make sure you ask me.